On behalf of our Director, Anne-Marie Lacey, and the Cavan Institute Board of Management, welcome everyone to our Future Stars event. We are delighted to have so many people online this evening for the announcement of our Future Stars for 2021. The main focus of the Future Stars event is to give something back to boys and girls GAA teams in your school who predominantly are in their final year of study in what has been a challenging year to date. We are in the process of distributing Cavan Institute goodie bags to all players listed on your panels, which were submitted to Brian Bates and Enda O'Reilly. We hope to have these delivered to your schools prior to the Easter break. I would especially like to thank the following schools and their coaches for really getting behind our event and taking the time to submit your panel of players. Ballyborough Community School, Damien McIntyre. Breffni College Cavan, Shawnee Johnson. Ballymahan Vocational School, Enda Farrelly. Colóiste Dún-an-Rí, Kingscourt, Hugh Fitzpatrick. Canuck Wirra Secondary School, Granard, James Carroll and Ryan Plunkett. Moyne Community School, Darren Mulvey. St Aidan's Comprehensive School, Cootehill, Owen Lennon and Donna English. St Patrick's College Cavan, Keelan McKeown and Shane Fitzpatrick. St Mogue's College Bonboy, James Flynn. St Clair's College, Ballyjamestuff, Liam Cook and Emma McPhalem. St Bricken's College, Belturbet, Michael Ling. Virginia College, Cavan, Brendan Corrigan. Loretto College Cavan, Conor Maguire. St Oliver's Post-Primary, Oldcastle, Conor McMahon. And finally, Carrigallen Vocational School, Jimmy Guckian. I would also like to thank the many current and former Cavan County GAA players who assisted with the weekly promotion of our virtual online voting poll. Raymond Galligan, congratulations on your recent All-Star Award. Roisin O'Reilly, James McLaughlin, Nessa Bird, Niall Murray, Christopher Conroy, Donna English, James Smith, Aisling Gilsonan, Aisling Maguire, Caoimhín McGovern, Ciara Finnegan and Conor Madden. The selection process has proved very challenging, and when attempting to select 15 players on any team, there will always be debate and personal opinions, which are all part of GAA life. The online voting commenced in late February and ceased on the 10th of March. The selection process has been on online voting by yourselves and members of the public and by a Cavan Institute selection panel. Information provided by school coaches on individual players that were nominated for the Future Stars Award also greatly assisted with the selection process. Each of the 15 boys and girls selected this evening will receive a personalised Cavan Institute jersey and a bursary of €250 if they attend Cavan Institute in the next 2 years. Before we move to the announcement of the Future Stars, I would like to draw students' attention to the range of courses on offer at Cavan Institute. With over 70% of our students annually now coming from the post-primary school sector, more and more students are opting to start their career path at Cavan Institute and progress to higher education or employment. So before you consider starting that degree programme or jumping into the employment market, consider a QQI Level 5 course at Cavan Institute. Over the next number of weeks, we will be holding a number of live information webinar events. So please keep an eye out on your social media platforms and you can also apply now online at cavaninstitute.ie. Let's move on to the main part of the event, the announcement of the Boys and Girls Future Stars for 2020-21. So I will now pass you over to Brian Bates to announce the Boys 15 Future Stars.
And now we move on to the announcement of the Boys Future All-Stars for 2021. The selection of the team has proved to be a difficult process, and we could easily have selected 2 future All-Star teams for the boys. The voting online was very competitive for certain positions, and after some consideration by the selection committee at Cavan Institute, we have decided to select students who are in their final year of study at post-primary school level. It is our intention to run a similar competition next year and to invite schools to participate in a 7-a-side competition as we have done so in previous years. We'll move on to our goalkeeper. So our first award goes to Nevin McBreen from St Mogues College in Bonboy, and his club is Corla. Our first cornerback, number 2, is Ben Tierney from St Patrick's College, Cavan, and his club is Ballymacue. Our full-back position into number 3 is Sean Oak McGarty, Virginia College, and his club is Castlerahan. Our second cornerback is number 4, Rory O'Sullivan from Baileborough Community School, and his club is Baileborough Shamrocks. Our next position is our half-back line. Our first winner is Rory Smith from St Clair's College, Castlerahan, number 5. Our centre back goes to Cathal Gilligan from Canuckworra in Granard, and his club is Abbey Lara. Our third half-back is Ned Brunton from St Oliver Post Primary in Oldcastle, and his club is Mount Nugent GFC. Our first midfielder is Conor Leonard from Canuckwarra in Granard, and his club is Mullinachta. Our second midfielder is Brian O'Rourke from St Patrick's College in Cavan, and his club is Ballyhaise GAA. Moving on to our half forward line. Our first half forward is Emmanuel Sheu from St Patrick's College Cavan, Cavan Gaels. Our centre forward is Keelan McGann from Ballymahon Vocational School, and his club is Keena. Our last half forward is Jack Dunn from Breffni College, and his club is Red Hills. Moving on to our full forward line, our first corner forward is Jack Mackin from Moyne Community School, and his club is Columkill. Our full forward is Sean McAvoy from Virginia College, and his club is Ramor United. And to conclude, our last corner forward is Colin Macaulay from St Finbarr's, Kill GFC, and his school is St Aidan's Comprehensive in Coachella.
Okay, and now we move on to the announcement of the girls' future stars for 2020-2021. Again, the selection of the team has proved to be very, very difficult, and we could have easily selected 2 future All-Star teams. The voting online was extremely competitive for certain positions, and again, after due consideration by the selection committee at Cavan Institute, we have decided to select girls in the final year of study at post-primary school level. It is our intention to run a similar event next year and to invite boys and girls into Cavan Institute for a 7-a-side competition, as we have done over the last number of years. And now we move on to the naming of our girls' future stars team. Our goalkeeper number 1 is Sophie Hannon from Virginia College, Virginia, and she is from the Cucullins Club. Our full back line, number 2, is Sarah Cooney from Breffni College, Cavan, and from Lara GAA. Our full back is Aideen Casey from Carrigallen Vocational School, Carrigallen, and from the St Joseph's GAA Club. And our final cornerback is Aisling Flood from St Bricken's College, Belturbet, and from the Drumlane GAA Club. Moving on to our half-back line, number 5, Avril Wilson from Knockmurra, Granard, from the Ballymore GAA Club. Our centre-back, Olivia Murphy from Loreto College, Cavan, from the Belturbet GFC Club. Our wing-back, Karen McLaughlin from Moyne Community School, Moyne, and from Dramard GAA. Our two midfielders, our first midfielder, number 8, Hannah Fitzsimons from St Clair's College, Ballajim-Stuff, from Castlerahan, Den GAA. Our second midfielder, Annie Denneher from Knockmurra, Granard, from Mullahorn GAA Club. Moving on to our half-forward line, our first half-forward, number 10, Aisling McEnroe from St Oliver Post-Primary, Oldcastle, from Castlerahan, Den GAA Club. Our centre half-forward, number 11, Aisling Walls from Loreto College, Cavan, and from Killigarry GAA. Our other wing half-forward, number 12, is Sarah Clark from St Aidan's Comprehensive Cutill, and from the Drungoon Air Og GAA Club. Moving on to our full forward line, our first corner forward, number 13, Aoife Crowe from Loreto College, Cavan, from Lacken GAA. Our full forward is Ciara Boylan from Loreto College, Cavan, and from the Crishelaw GAA club. And our final position, final corner forward, number 15, is Aoife Donnelly from Moyne Community School, Moyne, St Helens GAA club. Well done to all girls. As Karen, our Deputy Director, has said at the start, I would just like to thank all our schools, all our coaches, in what has been a really kind of enjoyable process. The voting online has been very, very good. We have a huge number voting online. And just to say, look, finally as well, we'd like to wish everybody the very, very best of luck with their end of year exams. We know this can be a stressful time, but I suppose bear in mind as well, if you are thinking about progression and CEO and points and why, keep Cavan Institute in mind. Apply online, www.cavaninstitute.ie. And finally, folks, I hope you all enjoy your CI goodie bags, which have been distributed to your schools prior to the Easter break. So if you haven't got them yet, get on to your coach. He or she has those goodie bags. So look, best of luck, and we will chat next year.